Good afternoon all and welcome back to A Place in Space. It's a Tuesday, I've only been away a week so hopefully I will still remember how to do this. Let's go. Batman 118 is now out and finally here. Finally, you may ask? Well yes, I've been loving James Tynion's work for the last year. It's been very bloody cool. But Joshua Williamson is also very good, as is George Molina. I have been a fan of George Molina now for some time. He's been peppering away with his covers, all of which have been bloody beautiful. But when he's on the interiors, the man does stuff that looks like that. He's very cool, as is the case with Batman 1 starting points. You need to know nothing going in, but if you do need to know something, he's a very angry man who likes hitting people, and he looks rather good whilst doing so. I urge you all, if you're not, to chime in right here, because these guys will not steer you wrong. Here's a little something that's very, very different and very, very weird. This is already on issue 3, but we still have 1 and 2. If you want to get caught up, I urge you to do so as well. It's cool. Dan Waters is writing, Danny Strips is illustrating. It's about the hunt for Gotham serial killers. If you didn't know it wasn't Frank Miller, and it's not Frank Miller, but you'd be forgiven for thinking so. Danny Strips is doing her finest Mr. Miller impression there, and she's magnificent whilst doing so. Very, very cool. I loved issue 1 and 2, so I'm very much excited to see where that one goes. It's dealing with Solomon Grundy, so hooray. This is probably going to be the best book of the week by far, actually. Chip Zdarsky writing, Marco Chiquetta illustrating, Devil's Reign #1. You don't have to be a Daredevil fan going into it. It helps, but Marvel have thrown every single decent character they can think of this week into this. I want to say comfortably that this will be Marvel's biggest book for some time. You can expect greatness out of these two, and comfortably so. It'll be very cool. Here, we've got an almost graphic novel. Marvel Voices, these have grown significantly a couple of years since their initial inception. Basically, with these, Marvel give a spotlight to some starting up-and-coming artists, ones that haven't been on the big books, so to speak, and just let them have at it, frankly, and it's all rather cool. Marvel Communidaddies, or community in their native tongue, shall we say, they're here now. You've also got Heritage coming very soon, dealing with Native American themes as well, so it's all getting rather interesting over there. Marvel still got you going on Star Wars as well. You remember how War of the Bounty Hunters just wrapped up, when it canons straight into this. This is Crimson Reign. Crimson Reign? I actually said it right. Hooray! I was right for once. We like that. Yeah, it kicks off exactly where War of the Bounty Hunters left. Okay, so don't pause. It goes straight in. One Star Squadron is out from DC. This looks mental, if I'm honest. This is the Red Tornado having a very bad day at work, and it's purely for our enjoyment. Mark Russell is writing it. He's a bit of a fan favourite when it comes to Greg. I've read a bit of him and love him, but this looks awesome. I'm going to get back to this title in just a few minutes' time, so bear with me. IDW are still going, come on, we believe in you, hang on in there, don't darn us yet. And they've still got the Turtles license, people, we like you. For those who don't know, don't worry. But TMNT, they're back here with a best of, with Shredder. If that doesn't pull you in, I don't know what will if you're a Turtles fan. The Death of Doctor Strange is here with a one-shot, Blade. Now, the one-shots have been coming now for a little while, there's 2 more to come, don't sleep on them. If you're getting the main series, these are not hanging around, okay? But that's out now. Quick disclaimer before I rip into this title, I like Joe Benitez, I'm a fan, but the man can title a book in the worst ever way possible. Joe Benitez presents Lady Mechanica, the Monster of the Ministry of Hell #1. No mate, that's half a book already. It's a good thing you draw pretty. If you've never read Lady Mechanica, don't be put off by the half book in the title. It's one of the most gorgeous steampunk books you will ever read. You need to know nothing going in other than she's got mutant mechanical arms and she dishes out a hell load of hell. It's good. This is interesting. Aftershock Triple Play. There's a lot going on in this. You've got 3 stories within. You've also got a one-shot by the Miranda Brothers within here, detailing with We Live, which, if you don't know, is tearing up in the spec forums right now. I expect that to be very hot this week. If you haven't already got on it, be quick. We don't have many. Tales of Mother Feathery Goose. We'll go over there. Nearly swore, reeled it back in. Aftershock urge you to believe this is not for kids. I don't think I need to tell you that. The Scarface homage notwithstanding. Expect nothing but Aftershock crime. Crime noir. Okay, Greg's telling me I've got about 30 seconds left, so let's do this quickly. These will be covers or cover choices of the week, because there's tons, but I like all of these. Gary Frank is on the Arkham City variant. That's beautiful. It's not often you see Solomon Grundy front and centre on a DC cover, but I approve. Victor Bogdanovich. I know, you were probably looking towards me showing this one earlier, but I showed it now. Very unusual, really. It's not often you get DC homaging a very famous Marvel cover, but obviously they're ripping off... we'll leave it in. Ripping off Mr. Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man 1. Very cool. Lovingly done. Huzzah, it's Razar. You can slap me if you want for that terrible pun, but I'm leaving it in anyway. That's beautiful. That's the Star Wars variant this week. We're going to move quickly over to Mr. Martin Simmons on the right. What are you? The Rise?
The Rush.
The Rush. Thank you. The Rush variant. Love that. This is also the Rush variant by Mr. Tim Daniel. I'm going to show you the interior super quickly because I know we don't have too long left, but it's gorgeous. If you're not reading that book, you should be. Vault, give them some love. They're a great publisher. I don't like it. I don't. But I'm wrong, because we sold out this week and more of you than God bought this cover. But so I'll chuck it in there for disparity's sake, but you're all wrong. Devil's Reign #1 by Scotty Young is out now. It's not by Scotty Young, that's his cover. Mr. Russell Doubleman is on the cover. Very, very, very popular cover, as you may expect this week. We have a few more online. This is by a gentleman who may or may not go unnamed right now. Jock. He's got another name, but it's too cool for that, so we're going to call him Jock. This is the Marvel Voices Community #1 Maria Wolf variant, which is all kinds of stunning. Literally got about 2 left of that, so be very hasty if you want it. It's not often Alex Ross doesn't get the cream of the crop cover this week, but that's his Virgin variant this week. Expect that to literally evaporate whilst I'm holding it, but that's the Captain America Iron Man #1 Virgin variant. I'm going to give it to this. This is by Steve Pugh. And that is a very sad red tornado going home. I know, you might think I'm mad, but that is stunning. Steve Pugh deserves more plaudits for his work than he's ever gotten, but that's fantastic. That is One Star Squadron issue #1 by DC variant cover. That's it for me this week. See you in a couple.